Now let's talk about what's at hand right now with President Trump. President Trump is trying to attack every single industry there is, and make no mistake about it, that's his goal, to drive every manufacturer down to the U.S. and make sure that he takes every job possible, no matter if it's in the auto sector or manufacturing or life science sector or the tech sector, and the list keeps going on. But folks, we are an economic powerhouse, not just in Canada, but specifically the engine that drives Canada is Ontario. We should never, ever take a backseat to a bully like Donald Trump, because that's what he thinks. He bullies every single person and gets them to roll over. And I can tell you one thing, I will never, ever apologize to Donald Trump for nothing whatsoever. We have to keep up the fight. When he says, I don't need Canada, you're darn right he needs Canada. No matter if he starts at the west coast of our oil that we ship in 1.2 million barrels a day, or if you look at Saskatchewan with the potash, that we could close down his agricultural sector overnight because he has two choices with potash: get it off the Russians or get it off your closest friends and allies. Same with the uranium. You know, we have the uranium in Saskatchewan. It gets shipped over to Port Hope, and it gets processed there, and then it goes down to the U.S. and they use it for nuclear energy. And you cut him off on that again. He has only one place to go, and that's Russia. Or our high grade nickel. Our high grade nickel that they use 60% of their nickel in their military aerospace or manufacturing, it comes from Sudbury. And so the list keeps going on and on and on. If there's one thing that Donald Trump has done, he's united the country from coast to coast to coast. We're going to keep fighting non-stop until we get a fair trade deal. And like Ronald Reagan said, protectionism does not work. It's never worked. It will never work anywhere in the world. When Prime Minister Brian Mulroney, a mentor of mine, a great man, had many conversations with him. His daughter Caroline is the president of the Treasury in our government. Uh, he said after the deal, there was millions and millions of jobs created on both sides of the border. If you start putting up a big wall in between the two greatest friends and allies in the entire world, that's a problem. I always say you can't unscramble, use the auto sector, for example. You can't unscramble an egg that's been around since 1960, the auto back. You have to make the omelet larger, have more opportunities, and put money into businesses to make sure that they thrive and they prosper and grow. Because when companies thrive, prosper, and grow, your whole team within that company thrives, prospers, and grows.